this is again very, very important, friends. Uh, but nowadays, I think if you talk in terms of this taxation and we talk of direct taxes, government is going to implement very soon called as what? Yeah, direct taxes code. And when we talk of this DTC, direct taxes code, what we are going to see is that we are going to rationalize what? The taxation system in our country. And the objective of the government is to increase the taxpayers base as compared to what? Increase the rate of the taxes. So if we are going to have only 3 slabs in our country, and what are these slabs? Up to 10 lakhs it is going to be 10%, up to 20 lakhs it's going to be 20%, about 20 lakhs it's going to be what? 30%. I think people will become more disciplined and more rational in terms of paying the taxes, because the rate of taxation will go down and more people will be interested to come forward to what? Start paying the taxes, right? I'm not talking in terms of people like us who are belonging to a group called as fixed income group, because each and every penny that we get is always taxable, right? And for that particular reason, it is not going to have any type of fiscal discipline on us, but yes, it is going to create a fiscal discipline on whom? Those types of people who are not paying the taxes. I think this taxation is very clear. Imposition of new taxes, when we are talking, it's not only basically when we talk of the direct taxes, there can be indirect taxes also. And when we talk of these indirect taxes, I think everybody must be aware we have 2 important taxes. One is called as excise duty and second is called as what? Custom duty, right? After the coming of WTO, friends, we cannot increase the custom duty, right? And it has been negotiated as a part of WTO that any country, if has to be a member of WTO, has to come to a regime where the custom duties are going to be 0%. We'll look in for China and US, friends, the custom duties out over there on an item is not more than 3 to 4%. But yes, when we talk of India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, on certain items we still find custom duties more than what? Even 90 to 100%, right? Just to check the import of those particular items, but no problem. Only thing what we can think of is increasing what? These types of what we are talking of, the excise duties. Government has created 3 slabs for the excise duty. If you look in for 8%, 16%, and then what? 24%, right? And efforts of the government is what? That all those types of items which are harmful for the society, they keep on increasing what? Tell me. The excise duty. Another type of tax that we are finding is service tax, which is there for on what? Services. We are increasing more and more services under what? The service tax net. And that is how exactly we are looking in for what? Because the taxes is the only source of income to whom? Government. And that is how. But yes, new taxes when are there, then obviously less money will be available in the hands of whom? Tell me. In the hand of the people, and they'll be having less tendency to spend, and that is how exactly we can think in terms of controlling what? The inflation. Wage control, I have already said, friends, when we talk of wage control, we are trying to link this wage to whom? To the inflation only, right? That is how exactly we are trying to control. And we have an instrument called as DA. What is this DA? It's dearness allowance, right? So when they are pensioners, they are what? Regular people. Even when we are talking in terms of the workers also, we are paying this type of what? The increase, we link it to what? With the rise in prices, right? Then we talk in terms of capital rationing, friends. Money that is available, government tries to keep a check on that. But there are certain type of sectors which are considered to be what? Priority sectors, where rationing is not done. And specifically had given you an idea, the agriculture and what? The export is considered to be priority sectors of our country, and for that particular reason they don't ration over there. And then we have public debt, and this public debt, the money which has been collected, and government is trying to reduce what? Yeah, public debt. Why? For the reason because government has to pay what? Interest on that, and if the payment of the interest can be checked. Increase in savings, this is good, friends. We are looking in for what? Savings should go up, but for that again, how it is possible, friends? If we are in a position to increase the rate of interest, which again can be detrimental, friends, because again it is going to push up what? The rate of the interest for the money that is going to be given to whom? To the businessmen. Surplus budget, again, yes, government tries to maintain something called a surplus budget. So I think what we need to understand is that some of the measures of what? Fiscal policy in terms of the taxes. These are some of the other measures, friend. Increase in imports of the raw material. Yes, government allows the import of the raw materials without charging for what? For various types of custom duties when it is meant for export. But otherwise, government is trying to allow the import of the raw materials and just to improve the quality of the production in our own country. Decrease in exports, not normally, but not for the manufactured goods, but for what? Non-manufactured goods, right? We don't want that the iron ore should be exported. We should convert iron ore into what? Into a value-added product, right? Similarly, we don't want what? The wood should be exported. Wood should be converted in the form of what? Furniture. We don't want what? The tobacco should be exported, but tobacco should be converted into what? So that is how exactly. So we try to decrease the exports of what? The staple items, right? Unmanufactured goods, and increase the exports of the manufactured goods so that value addition is more and therefore what? Income is also more. Productivity we always try to increase, friends. And what is this productivity? When we are in a position to have higher output with the same inputs, right? And that is going to help us, our country, because we will be in a position to what? With productivity, we can reduce the cost of the products. Provision of subsidies, but I think everybody must be aware that we are again governed by WTO, and I think any element of subsidy really has to what? Come down, right? And gradually you have seen that government has finished with the food subsidy, except for this public distribution system. We don't have subsidy out over there in much of the sectors, except for few of the things, like in case of gas cylinders, you have seen that we have some element of what? A subsidy, right? Maybe that is also going to go away with. Yes, we try to go for technology transfer. Latest technology again will increase our productivity and the production, and that is going to help us to control the inflation. Industrial policy, we have tried to ease up the industrial policy, finished with the element of what? Industrial licensing, and that is going to invite more and more what? People to go in for these types of sectors. More production will be there, automatically it is going to help to ease the inflation, friends. So I think when we talk of this Indian economy, you can just see this is our strength. What is the strength of Indian economy? It is the youngest population that we are having in the world, friends, right? And if we talk in terms of India, what we are finding is that it is 31 years as a median age, right? Indians are younger than what? Than the world. And this is true also, friends. If you go to any countries like Norway, US and all those countries, you find what? More and more people are aging out over there. But if you look in for India, I think I can see what? All this young crowd sitting out over here. This type of young crowd you don't find what? In other countries of the world. This is one of the biggest strength. Why? If population is young, they are the highest spenders, friend, right? They spend more. And when they consume more, automatically there will be more tendency to produce. And that is how exactly economy will further grow. And that is how exactly we talk in terms of Indian economy, friends. And if you look in for this BRICS, which is a new, say, combination that has come in the world, Brazil, China, India and Russia, I think the highest growth rate we are going to see is where? In this country called as what? India. And that is why I think every country is interested to invest in India, because the future lies where? Where? In the Indian economy. And friends, my advice to all of you is that don't try to leave India. Why? Because you are going to see a lot of opportunities coming in your country called as what? India in coming times, right? So some of the views of people on Indian economy, India is on the cusp of something big. Earlier the equation used to be what? US, Europe and what? Japan. Now the equation is going to be US, China and what? India. And time is not very far away when equation will be US, India and then what? China, right? India may come at what? The second position in the world. So, and enthusiastic about India as I was about China in the late 1990s, what excites me most is the potential for an increasingly powerful internal consumption dynamic. And what is this powerful internal consumption dynamic? Is the middle income population of our country. More than 300 million is a population, friends, which belongs to what? Middle income category, and they're the highest what? Consumers in our in their own self. So if you can see, India is one of the going to become one of the biggest market in the world in terms of what? Demand, in terms of consumption, right? Economist Morgan Stanley Equity Research Global has said in 2005. Again, if you look in for World Economic Outlook, again 2005, dynamic and open India would have an important impact on the world economy. If India continues to embrace globalization, reform Indian imports could increasingly operate as a driver of global growth. as it is one of the handful of economies forecast to have a growing working age population over the next 40 years. So that means this median age of 31 to 35 years is going to be there for the next 40 years. And if this size of population is going to be there, friends, I think they are the maximum consumers. So this country में दोस्त मिट्टी भी बिकती है और पानी भी बिकता है, right? उस country में किसी भी चीज़ को बेचने की दिक्कत नहीं है. That is what is the strength of what Indian economy, friends, right? And India has already got a good rating. Rating is improving for India. It's Moody's says BA2 and S&P Standard & Poor's have talked about something BB positive. So when the ranking is also improving, I think more and more FDI is going to come into our country. That is again a positive sign. So I think this is the final thought I thought I should give it to you. God give us grace to accept with serenity things that cannot be changed, courage to change the things which should be changed, and the wisdom to distinguish one from the other. So if inflation can be brought down, let us try to bring down the inflation. If India has to grow, nobody can stop what? India to grow. And that is how exactly we are finding what? Lot of potential out over here in India in terms of economy is growing, in terms of what? Not only GDP, but growth rate of GDP is also on the rise. Barriers to entry are what coming down. I think Modi has already said, our Prime Minister has already said that we are going to reduce all types of barriers. Competitiveness in terms of cost is what coming down because a lot of technology is being transferred into India by other countries of the world. Talent pool is already one of the richest in the world, friends. If you talk in terms of engineers, one of the biggest pool of engineers in the world which our country is having. Middle class, I have already said, is emerging, it's growing in our country, and we don't feel what that the demand is going to go down by what next 40 years. Outpacing China in foreign direct investment. Now people are investing, foreign multinationals investing more and more in India as compared to what? China. And that is how exactly all these things definitely are going to what? Help our economy to grow. So friends, in the last, what I just want to say is that inflation really needs to be what? Under control, but it should not be brought below what? 3%. So 0 to 3% is the minimum level of inflation that is required, and between 6 to 7% is also tolerable. But anything which goes beyond what? Yeah, 6% or 7% is considered to be on the higher side, which really needs to be what? Checked, right? With these few words and few advices from my side, any questions from the side of audience, friend, I'll be most happy to answer those questions and queries, because a good speaker is one who can give a fast sleep to whom? To the audience. I don't know. Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
My name is Khushali, and the question is, we talk about globalization and foreign direct investment.
Yeah.
But on the contrary, if we look into the reality of India, richer are becoming rich and poor are becoming poor. So what is the thought on this particular statement?
Basically, when you are talking in terms of richer are becoming richer and poor are becoming poorer, I think this divide is what coming down. This divide used to be there in our country, but now what we are finding is that this divide is coming down, because when we talk in terms of the poorer people, the number of earners in their family has gone up. As a result of which, what we are finding is that they no longer are what? Poorer. I could see people who were not even dreaming of cycles, they are now having motorcycles. I am talking of those types of people who used to stay out over there in the slum areas, and if you go over there in the slum areas, again we are finding what? There is a lot of economic prosperity which is coming over there in these slum areas also. Thanks to what? Various types of NGOs which are working for the upliftment of these, and thanks to what? The opportunities which are coming. Yes, there are certain villages, friend, which are there in our country where real poor Indians they are staying. But when we talk in terms of those types of villages and the people belonging to those villages, some initiatives which have been taken by our government in terms of adoption of a village. I think you must have seen some politicians, they have been asked that if we have 800 MPs, at least one village, if it's being adopted by every MP, I think by 2016, how many villages are going to be adopted? And we really need to adopt those villages which really are what? Very, very poor in terms of what? Development index. In terms of the sanitation facilities, in terms of road facilities, in terms of what? Electricity facility. And friends, these efforts which have been taken by the government, I personally feel is that definitely these things are also going to come up. Because when we talk in terms of a country, then we really have to understand that even if you talk in terms of America, friends, there are places over there in America also where we find what? That there is a poverty out over there. If you talk in terms of China also, there are places over there in China which are again considered to be what? Poor. But in any case, the poorer will remain not poorer. Why? Because of the efforts which are there on the part of the government. So globalization, when we talk in terms of, is helping the economy in terms of what? Connecting our Indian economy to the world economy. And how this type of a connection has taken place. If something is not available in our country, we are in a position to what? Source it from the other part of the world. And anything which is surplus in our country, we are in a position to what? Sell it out. And trying to what? Make the product which is considered to be what? A global product. I don't say that this product is meant for Indian market. I remember of days, those days, old days, friends, when scooter was again considered to be a luxury. We were students in the school and friends, scooter was considered to be a luxury और हम देखा करते थे बजाज स्कूटर आया करता था, उस पे लिखा रहता था हमारा बजाज. और उनके दो मॉडल्स आया करते थे, one used to be चेतक and another used to be प्रिया. और हम देखा करते थे जब हमें चेतक बड़ा पसंद आता था, बट व्हेन वी यूज्ड टू गो टू बाय चेतक, वो कहते थे सॉरी चेतक इज नॉट मेंट फॉर इंडियन मार्केट, ये तो फॉरेन करेंसी के अगेंस्ट ही मिलेगा. दैट वाज द टाइम फ्रेंड्स व्हेन वी ओनली यूज्ड टू टॉक इन टर्म्स ऑफ व्हाट? इंडियन मार्केट ओनली, एंड फाइंडिंग मार्केट फॉर अवर प्रोडक्ट्स इंटरनेशनली वाज कंसिडर्ड टू बी डिस्टेंट ड्रीम. और हुआ ये कि जब वो चेतक बिका नहीं कहा फॉरेन मार्केट के अंदर, तो बजाज ने कहा चेतक इज ऑल्सो मेंट फॉर व्हाट? Indian market. So why this type of demarcation, friends? Globalization has helped us to understand that whenever you produce any type of a product, don't try to create that product for Indian market, but create a product for what? The world market, the global market. आज हल्दीराम का कोई प्रोडक्ट है तो मुझे मालूम नहीं है कोई डिफरेंस है हल्दीराम का जो भुजिया यहाँ मिलती है और हल्दीराम की भुजिया जो कनाडा में मिलती है. तो कनाडा में रहने वाले इंडियंस, उनकी कोई एपिटाइट कोई डिफरेंट नहीं है. So it is the same Haldiram product which is being what? Marketed worldwide. And if that is happened, that is only happened because of what? Globalization. And when we talk in terms of this development, friends, I think all these efforts which we are trying to do in our country is definitely going to increase what the development which is taking place in our country. And I think you will be seeing what? The development which has been taken in the last 10 years, the same development you will see in our country taking place in what? The next 5 years. And what development is going to take, what India is going to be in 2020, I think what India is going to be there in 2025 will be altogether different. So that means the pace of development is going to go at a very fast pace. And when the pace of development will go up, I think this haves and have-nots divide is further going to come down. Right? So that is, I think, the beauty of this country called as what? India, Bharat, Mera Bharat Mahan. And that is what we are talking in terms of, right? Any other question, friends? Yeah.
Sir, very good afternoon to you.
Yeah.
Sir, my question is that which option is better for our country? Is it allowing Walmart to our country, or government should make some rules and regulation to stop black marketing, hoardings, or make a fair deal with our farmers?
When I have to answer this question, I think we should not be very particular about Walmart, because when we talk of Walmart, I think we have already created Indian Mart out over here. India Mart already exists, right? So why we are fearing this Walmart? And I think Walmart in itself is fearing when they want to come out over here. So India has become a big elephant, friends, and now it is not the situation when East India Company came out over here to what? Do business, and therefore what? Hurdle the flag out over here on this particular country. Now if Walmart is going to come, why Indians are fearing Walmart? Government is not trying to stop the entry of Walmart, friends. Government is trying to look in for that when we talk in terms of opening up the retail sector, let us try to look in for to what extent the retail sector in our country has already become very strong, and then will be the right time to open up what? The retail sector. And when we say the entry of the Walmart or the entry of other retailers in our country, it is only just a political decision, friends. And when we talk in terms of political decisions, time is not very far off when you are going to see the entry of what? and we are going to allow what 100% FDI for whom? Not only for what multi-brand, but even for what single brand retail outlet in our country. Time is not very far off, friends. We are just trying to have a policy of what wait and watch. But if we are going to create any type of a stoppage, that is going to give a very bad signal to whom? To the foreign investors, and India does not want to do it. But this government, when we are talking in terms of, is trying to what? Take certain steps very slowly, but later on, just let 1 year pass. Let they be there in the office for 1 year, friends. You are going to see how the reforms are going to come in our country, and the pace of reforms are going to be very, very fast. And then we are not going to even stop the entry of what? We have already allowed FDI in defense, friends. And if a country can allow FDI in defense, what retail is never an option where we want to restrict what the entry of these multinationals in our country. Right? And therefore, when you talk in terms of corruptions and hoardings, friend, it is a gradual phenomena. I think people have already started talking in terms, Modi साहब ना तो खाते हैं और ना ही खाने देते हैं. Right? And therefore, when this type of feeling is going to go further inside, and this feeling is going to percolate, friends, then I think some environment is definitely going to change. But again, if you talk in terms of corruption, हमारे इंडिया में उसको corruption का नाम देते हैं, बाहर की कंट्री में उसको एक दूसरा नाम दे देते हैं. They say it is nothing but called as what? Social obligation. मिठाई का डब्बा वहां पे भी हम देते हैं, पर वहां पे ये कह के देते हैं सर ये सोशल ऑब्लिगेशन है हमारी तरफ से. यहाँ कहते हैं ये हमारे को ये हम क्या दे रहे हैं? करप्शन, हम ब्राइब दे रहे हैं. राइट? So I think it is the difference of the word. It is only a jugglery of the words, friend. But this is nothing but called as what? बताएं? ये करप्शन की जो हम बात करते हैं, it is nothing but called as what? ऑब्लिगेशन है या फिर क्या है? फैसिलिटेशन है. सर ये फैसिलिटेशन फी आपको हम दे रहे हैं, थैंक यू. और ये फैसिलिटेशन फी तो हर जगह लगती है, राइट? Gradually the amount of facilitation fee and the quantum of this facilitation fee which is going to be there is going to come down, friends. छोटे छोटे कामों के लिए अब नहीं देनी पड़ेगी, अब देंगे तो बड़े बड़े कामों के लिए दी जाएगी, right? So the scale and the manner in which it is going to be paid is going to be different, friends. And that is how exactly I feel that this the so-called corruption is going to come down. Hoarding in any case now is not good, friends, because we are finding what? पहले तो ये हुआ करता था, जब भी क्या नया बजट आता तो प्राइसेस बढ़ती ही बढ़ती थी. अब तो बजट आता है तो लोगों को डर लगता है यार प्राइसेस कम भी हो जाएंगी. एंड फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर रीजन पीपल आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड टू व्हाट होल्ड द थिंग्स. बट होल्डिंग जब होती है जब कुछ चीज स्केर्स कॉमोडिटी बन जाती है, राइट? और इसीलिए गवर्नमेंट की हर वक्त एफर्ट्स रहती है कि किसी भी कॉमोडिटी की सप्लाई को क्या है वो स्केर्स ना होने दें एंड ऑक्यूमेंट करते रहें उन सप्लाईज को. एंड फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर रीजन दे कीप ऑन व्हाट? टेकिंग सर्टेन टाइप ऑफ मेजर्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ व्हाट? एक्सपोर्ट और इम्पोर्ट. Is it clear? Just to create an equilibrium in our own country. Any other question, friends? Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to know that if FDI enters in retail market, don't it affect our retail market of India? Will it affect our market?
No.
Because if there will be competition, like our retail stores will be affected.
No.
Like,
friends, try to understand only one very simple thing as a rule of business. Competition is nothing to be feared. If we are going to allow FDI in retail, what is going to happen? Competition is going to go up. And if competition is going to go up, friends, competition is never a challenge. Competition is always a source of what? Improvement. अगर आज हम क्लास की बात करते हैं, स्टूडेंट्स में आपस में कंपटीशन होता है, तो डू वी से इट इज अ चैलेंज और इट इज समथिंग हेल्दी? कंपटीशन इन अ क्लास इज कंसिडर्ड टू बी हेल्दी बिकॉज देन एवरीबडी इज ट्राइंग टू स्ट्राइव टू बिकम व्हाट? बेटर देन दी बेस्ट. एंड व्हेन देयर इज अ टेंडेंसी टू बिकम बेटर देन दी बेस्ट, आई थिंक हु इज इफेक्टेड, हु इज बेनिफिटेड? इट इज द कंज्यूमर. And if consumer is benefited, if government is benefited, if other stakeholders are benefited, in what way you feel that FDI is what? Is bad. So friends, when we talk in terms of FDI in retail, most of this FDI in retail will come in the unorganized sector or organized sector. It will come in the organized sector. And if you look in for organized retail, it is hardly what? 6 to 7% in our country. So if 6 to 7% is only organized retail, how much is unorganized retail? 93%, or we say 94%. अब बड़ा सिंपल सा एग्जाम्पल देखिए, जब LIC हुआ करती थी तो लोग कहा करते थे और कोई ऑल्टरनेटिव नहीं है. I remember of those days when 100cc car came in the market, it used to be Maruti Suzuki 800. बट आप देखिए जैसे जैसे कंपटीशन इंक्रीज हुआ है, तो डू यू फील दैट मारुति सुजुकी हैज आल्सो बेनिफिटेड? Maybe their market share has gone down. They were in the monopoly position, their market share has gone down, but there is tremendous improvement in terms of the quality of what? Tell me. Maruti. So similarly, if FDI and retail will come, improvement in quality of what? Retail will be there. Maybe the share of the organized retailing is going to go up and the share of what? Unorganized retail will what? Go down. But friends, organized retail cannot displace what? Tell me. दी अनऑर्गेनाइज रिटेल. आज मैं जब मार्केट में जाता हूं और किसी भी दुकान के ऊपर जाता हूं तो मैंने देखा उन्होंने अपनी दुकान का सारा स्ट्रक्चर ही बदल दिया है और उन्होंने उन दुकानों को भी कैसा बना दिया है, लाइक व्हाट? ऑर्गेनाइज रिटेल. और जो काउंटर पे आदमी बैठा था, जो पहले तोला करता था सामान, आज सिर्फ नोट गिनता है और टाई लगा के बैठा हुआ है. और बड़ा अच्छा लगता है, हम उससे पूछते हैं जाके कि लाला जी आप यहां कैसे बैठे हैं? अब हम भी ऑर्गेनाइज रिटेलर्स को फॉलो कर रहे हैं. हमने भी समझ लिया है कि अब तोलने की जरूरत नहीं, अब सिर्फ नोट गिनने की जरूरत है. तो दे हैव चेंज्ड देमसेल्व्स, दे हैव इंप्रूव्ड द क्वालिटी, दे आर इंटरेस्टेड टू प्रोवाइड व्हाट? सर्विस टू whom? To the customer. And that is what is going to happen when the FDA is going to come into the retail sector. आज अगर हम पेट्रोल पंप्स पे जाते हैं, आई हैव सीन मेनी पेट्रोल आउटलेट्स वेयर आई हैव सीन दैट द सेल्समैन दे बेसिकली गिव अ सैल्यूट टू whom? To the customer. सर नमस्कार, हैप्पी दिवाली. दिवाली तो निकल गई है, कोई बात नहीं सर, हैप्पी दिवाली. एंड कितना सर पेट्रोल डाल दूं, डीजल डाल दूं? एंड सबसे पहले कहते हैं सर जीरो चेक कर लो. एंड यू ऑलवेज हैव व्हाट? 3 इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स. स्माइल ऑन हिज फेस, ऑलवेज एड्रेस